Well, hello. Welcome back to another episode of This Is the Thing. I am Dalton Bradford, and as always, this is
Robert Devaney.
You got ready to jump the gun there.
I did. Like you keep hesitating on me. It's really cute.
Well, I was trying to trip you up. I was like, let's see if I can get him. Let's make him look real dumb.
That's not hard.
No,
that's like not hard at all to make me look as stupid as possible. Actually.
Here, look. Just look at the camera. See? Told you. Dumb as could be.
Thanks. That actually hurts my feelings. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. I don't have any of those. Yeah. I love that we're just sitting here for like 2 minutes looking at chat. This is like the most chat we've ever had.
Yeah, I know.
Like, dear Lord, what is going on?
Well, let's just go, you know?
I was like, man, it's at 5 people. And then it went to 7. And I'm like, oh, it's at 7. Let's go live now. And then, like, right before you hit go live, it went back to 5.
Like, yeah, I don't really have time for this. That's what they're like.
When's it start? In a minute or two. Woo! Got to move on. Can't wait that long.
I got things to do.
Guys, this is a high-end production, okay? I mean, it takes a lot to get this going. You think we just sit down?
Yeah.
Turn the computer on and just wing it, right?
Yeah. Is that what you think we do?
No, it's planning.
There's a method to this madness.
Planning, yeah.
This is what it does. We push a button and we say, all right, let's go.
Yep, now we're going to do it. And then we do it, right? No, so, I mean... There's just a lot. There's a lot of brain power put into this.
Well, guys, welcome back. Welcome back to another week, another episode. Robert, how was your week?
Well, it was rough.
Yeah.
Again. Yeah. But I have a feeling like it's going to be a really good week. Like this week's going to be good.
Yeah.
Because I'm on vacation. Just straight up.
Bye.
You call it. So anyway, Dalton just over here banning people in chat. Like it's just fun. He's like, oh, this looks interesting.
This looks like a fun button to push. Ban.
The ban. Oh, hey, you know you're going somewhere when you got so many people that you can ban people.
Yeah.
That's the kind of authority we have.
Yeah. Yeah, this week was a rough one. Not gonna lie. But you're about to have a good week.
Oh, it's gonna be an amazing week. Vacation week, man.
Yeah.
You know how it goes. Like for real. Vacation's gonna be great.
I just got off of one like a couple weeks ago. I'm ready for another one.
And I'm gonna call you every day and I'm gonna be like, how you doing, man? I'm just living the dream.
And I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna answer because I know you're just gonna be like, hey, I'm just over here sitting on the couch, you know.
Not doing anything.
Eating some cheese.
Dude, I hope vacation isn't like it is today. It has literally like downpoured.
Hey, I'm not complaining.
All day long, dude.
I'm not complaining.
Oh, I got things I need to do.
What do you got to do?
Dude, I cannot just stay inside the whole week. I gotta go do stuff, dude. I mean, don't you hate when it rains? Like, I like when it rains certain times.
Yeah.
But like rain all the time. You know, we always go through that stretch where it rains for like 14 straight days.
And then it's just like enough is enough.
Yeah. And you actually start feeling like the kids in the Dr. Seuss book.
There's only one good thing that comes from rain when it rains.
What is that?
You know what it is. You know.
I know you hate it when it rains because your house usually floods.
Well, I think I got that fixed, but there's another reason.
Okay, what?
You don't have to mow the grass.
During the summer, that is probably the most beneficial thing to the rain.
Yeah.
When you hit the end of May, beginning of June, and you've been mowing for a while.
Yeah.
I go out and start looking for clouds. I start spot checking clouds. Like before I start, I'm like, well, that one right there.
That one right there looks like it might bring on some water. And I don't want to get in the middle of cutting, you know?
Yeah.
And then have, look patchy. I don't want it to look patchy.
Exactly.
If I can't finish it, I shouldn't start it, you know?
Yeah.
I might as well just wait this one out.
Yeah, and that's what that's exactly what I tell my wife. I'm like, honey, I'm going to get turned if I get halfway mowing this and it starts raining, it's best that we just hold off. I was like, I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow it actually is raining. And you're like, gosh, can't do it today either.
Yeah.
And then, but the day that you called for rain, it doesn't rain. Like, you stand there at the window, like, I probably should have done it today.
Yeah.
And then you get the thought process of, man, if I would have just done it, I would have been done by now.
And now it's like a foot high. And you're like, oh, I should have just mowed it that day. Now I'm going to be out here way longer.
And you're mowing through a savannah the next or whatever, like this.
You're just like,
Whoa.
whoa.
I mean, do you like mowing?
I hate it.
Now,
I despise it.
I want to be very specific for the people here.
Okay.
I like mowing. It's the weed eating I can't stand.
Well, I hate it. Okay, I'm with you. Because
I could mow for 8 hours.
I got a rider.
Issue.
Was it last year that I got the rider?
Yeah, I had to haul it to your house. There ain't nothing like a friend when he's like, hey, dude, listen, I want to buy something. I know you got a trailer and all. And
Look,
if you haul my mower home, I'll smoke in your car for you. If that's okay. Does that seem like an even trade?
I wasn't even in your car. You just picked it up for me and brought it to my house.
Yeah, he was off. I went to work. I got up extra early, hooked a trailer up, went to work, got off work, picked up the mower, put it on the trailer, strapped it down, drove to his house, which is 30 minutes the opposite direction of my house, and dropped it off. And literally, as soon as I get off the trailer, he's like, all right, well, bud, I'll see you later. Thank you.
I appreciate you. I'm going to get this thing going here.
Not come in, get a sandwich, or, let me get you some chocolate milk.
Hey,
nothing.
Come here, man. Come get you a water. You look hot.
I literally unloaded the mower, and he's like, all right, well, I guess I'll use it tomorrow. If you can push it in the garage for me.
Yeah, could you think you can? You think you can show me how to use this thing?
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start. It's the weed eating. It is.
The weed eating is awful. And you see, I'm a tall guy. Weed eating's made for short people.
It is. They make some with long. They make some with long necks on them, though, don't they?
Long necks.
Yeah, long.
I want one of them. I want a long neck.
I want a long neck weed eater.
I want them long neck weed eaters. I don't think that's what it's called. I think it's like long shaft. Which
okay.
Same. But no. So but yeah, I gotta get it. I gotta have a straight shaft. I can't have a curved shaft. It hurts. Are you okay?
Yeah, curved shaft.
I know it. Yeah.
I gotta buy a new weed eater this year.
I'm guaranteed there's nothing wrong with yours.
Well, it needs a new head on it.
What'd you do to it?
It's like,
Hang on, before we go any further, I want to tell you what this man's like. This is what he told me like last year. I think it was last year.
Yeah, you had to come.
Tell me your weed eater was broke, and I was like, your weed eater probably ain't broke. It's probably fine. And he was like, I'm telling you, it ain't working. He goes, when I string it and when I hit it and bump it, the string don't come out and stuff. So I'm like, I went to your house for something else, and I was like, hey, while I'm here, you want me to look at your weed eater real quick? And he was like, yeah. So we go down to the basement, and I take his weed eater head off, and he had it lined reverse of what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, how am I supposed to know which way it goes? I was like, I don't know, probably these arrows right here.
Probably these arrows
that are pointing this way. That's probably a good sign that you should, when you restring your weed eater, you should go that way.
I'll tell you.
And he's like, no, listen, he goes, that ain't going to work. And I was like, well, let's just try it. You know what? Let's just
give it a
what you're doing ain't working. Let's see if this works. And I'll tell you, that thing worked like a charm. He came up to me the next day and he's like, I weed eat for 4 hours. It worked so good. He didn't weed eat that long, but
if I had to weed eat for 4 hours, I think I'd just cry.
No, I would too. I'd die.
Could you imagine what your arms and hands would feel like after you got done weed eating for 4 hours? You wouldn't be able to hold nothing. You just
dude, when I get done with hey,
shaking, dude.
Hey, when I get done weed eating, I go in the house and I get a drink and I'm
you trying to get
yeah, my hands won't stop shaking. I'm like You just pour it all over yourself.
Like, this is fine.
You're just like, this is life now. You ain't even worried about it.
Bro, you feel like you're gonna be stuck like that forever. You're like, oh, this is it. This is my life now.
And then you're just watching TV later. Oh, hey, it quit.
Oh, look at that. How about that?
Weed eating is the worst. Like, it really hurts my back though, dude. For real.
Yeah.
And then there's, I don't know. It's just there's nothing good about it. You got to go shower. You get like covered.
Yes, it just,
mowing. You don't really. I mean, you might sweat a little because it's hot outside.
But if you're riding now, push mower. No,
it's a different story. That's a different story.
That's some work. I'd rather weed eat than push mow.
I push mowed once, and I bought a rider.
I push mowed once and flipped it down a hill. Did you ever come to my old house?
No.
I had this gigantic hill in my front yard. It was like a 90-degree angle. Seriously.
Okay, yeah.
Well, it was wet. I'd been, avoiding it. And Courtney finally was like, I don't care if it's wet. You're getting out there and you're mowing that grass. So I went out there and mowed the grass, and I slipped down the hill. That's how wet it was. And the wheat, and I let go of the mower, and it just starts tumbling down the hill. Just
while it's running.
Just and I'm just standing at the top of the hill like this, like, dang. My first thought went, I told you, Courtney. It's too wet. So I go.
And part of you is happy.
Yeah, I'm like,
you're right.
I freaking told you it's too wet. So I run in the house, I said, I told you. And I'm fussing.
And the mower's still down there going.
But I got to get my opportunity in to say I told you so. I told
Look
you.
at me, I fail.
Look down there. Look what that mower's doing. Look at the blades just up towards the sky.
Anybody could die at any moment if they just fell on it or something.
I'm just looking for my moment. Look at that. Look what you made me do.
People driving by hearing it, thinking they're at Crystal's getting an order. When did we get
When we get here?
I'll take a sack full. Start screaming at you.
Yeah, it wasn't good, man.
Yeah, you always take advantage of when you can prove your wife wrong.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you got to do.
Every moment of every day.
Yeah, so, hey, have you heard? So, we actually got to talking about it today at work. So, have you seen these people that just like weed kill everything, all the grass that they have to weed eat so they don't have to weed eat?
I've heard about it. I've never actually seen it.
I just feel like that would look bad.
I mean, yeah.
I like a big brown circle around my house.
Right around the porch.
Yeah.
I really like it to be an uneven brown patch.
Yeah, because it's definitely going to be uneven. You don't know where that crap's
Yeah, you don't know where it's spraying, And
every time I spray weed killer, of course, I'm real cheap, so I buy the cheapest stuff you can get.
Mm-hmm.
But every time I spray, it's dead for like 3 days, and it comes back, and I'm like, "That's some tough stuff." I mean,
when I buy the cheap stuff, the pumper always breaks. The little squeezer.
Oh, that's the worst. You got to get the. Hey, have you ever used the one with the wand?
Oh, that's game changing.
Hey, listen, I used to buy these because you save like $4. I'm like, I ain't paying extra $4 for the same thing. Well, I bought the wand one day, and I ain't ever going back.
That is the way to go.
You just spraying stuff down, dude.
It's the way to go.
I won't ever buy that.
When the sprayer breaks, I just end up taking the bucket of weed killer and just kind of like shaking it a little bit on the yard. Yeah. I'm like, well, this'll do it, Just globs of weed killer going everywhere.
Last time I used one with the spray like that, my forearm was pulsating when I got done.
You got to put some strength into it.
Yeah. I mean, it really, and then like, you got to get real, like if you use do you ever use the bug spray?
Yeah.
Where you spray like all the perimeters of, like you got to get way up there on the windows and stuff.
Uh-huh.
You're like, you do like this little flicking action.
You're trying to
like he's throwing it. I get it up there.
Get it up there. Yeah.
Or if you got weeds in your gutter,
You get what?
No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, does that happen?
Yeah. You never seen a weed growing on the roof before?
No. How does
It happens where I'm from.
Well,
it's rare occasions.
I don't have any questions.
So it's probably best that you don't.
Yeah, I have 0 questions.
You know what it's that time of year though where yard work is the thing. It's not just mowing and weed eating.
There's a lot to it.
You know what the issue with yard work is?
What? Everything?
No, it's not. You know what it is? For one thing.
What?
It's never ending.
Oh, yeah. Well, once you start,
it never ends. Yeah. You never walk out in your yard and you're satisfied.
You're like, oh, man, let me just look at this today. This looks good. You go out there and you're like, all right, well, I got the yard mowed yesterday, got it weed eated. Now I need to edge. I need to go around them shrubs over there today. And you get the shrubs done. You're like, all right, well, we're going to need to rip up the entire backyard, lay down some sod.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't. There's people that enjoy doing this.
My neighbors do. They're out there. Well, my neighbors are out there every day.
Let me tell you, I worked in a garden area for about 3 years of my life. And, I mean, you'd see them every week coming in, like the same people. They'd be coming in and getting rock and flowers. I'm like, man, you was just here last week.
It's dedication.
And they're like, yeah, I'm building another little bed around the south end of the house. And
like you know where they live.
Yeah, and I'm like
you can envision it. You're like, oh yeah, that's the back end of that house.
Yeah, I live over there off Turpin Drive. I'm last house on the left before
and you're like, oh yeah,
yeah.
I've seen your beds.
I've seen it. Yeah, they looking good. You doing that purple stuff this year, whatever those are. Hyacinths. Yeah, that's what you doing. I see you. You got to get you some more of that rock over there. I think it'll look good on the south end. I think that's a good call.
The south end was looking a little bare.
The south end was looking bad, but make sure you get a shade loving bush, because when your sun goes down, cast a big old shade on the south end over there now.
I hate it. I know. I'm doing the bare minimum.
I think there's an age when you reach a certain age you love working in the yard.
Yeah.
And I haven't got there yet.
I'm not there yet.
It's something, it's something you eventually take pride in.
I guess.
I mean, do you feel a little, at this point in your life right now, if everybody on your street mows their yard and you don't, and yours gets high, do you feel a little embarrassed?
I feel there's shame.
Yeah, it's just like
I pull in the driveway and I'm looking down the whole time, walking up to the door. I'm just like, all the neighbors are out there. They're out there playing in the flower beds, and my yard is just looking like the haunted mansion.
The one dead bush that you put in there last year.
Just shame. You just walk in and close the door, look like a recluse.
It's like, it's a little embarrassing. You want a good looking yard.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody around me has already mowed their yard except for me.
Yeah, same.
My yard's pretty high too right now.
Man, whenever you're sleeping, do you get this? Like, you're sleeping in on the weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you wake up to the sound of lawnmowers.
Yeah.
And weed eaters going, and you wake up and you're like, oh man, that means I'm gonna have to get out there today.
You know what is good?
All your neighbors are going at it. You're like, well, I can't be the only one not doing it.
This may sound, very true. And you gotta get out there. You walk out and everybody's working. You're like, I'm about to join you, Bob.
Let's put a good day's work in, boys. Woo! Yeah.
Let's get it, son. I bet I beat my mowing job before you get done. Every time you mow a lap, you wave at them.
Yep. We're getting there. We're close.
3 laps now, Bob. If someone waved at me every time they mowed a circle, and I'd just be like, "What an idiot!" Hey, how you doing?
Every time. Could you imagine if both of you?
Just in like opposite.
Yeah, you're both in opposites. Every time you pass each other, you're just like, here we are again.
And you stop them one time. Hey, take a break there. Let's talk for a minute. We're about halfway done.
You leave the engines running, so you're both screaming over the motors. Yeah, I was going to go back there on the back end of the yard before, but look at it over there. Hey, cop off there.
It's real steep.
Watch out for that rock.
Hey, if I get stuck, you come get me out. Hey, I got a neighbor. I got to get her unstuck every time she mows.
Where's she getting? How do you get stuck mowing the grass?
I don't know. You think she'd learn by now?
They stop going to that spot.
Hey, when I hear a mower, because it's right next door, and I hear it stop, and I hear a knock at the door, I'm like, well, here we go. I go get some shoes on, and I'm like, I gotta go. Yeah, sometimes a shirt. I might be shirtless. I don't like to go out shirt. I'm not one of those guys.
You just walk outside in your underwear and shoes.
Yeah. Well, I'm usually wearing clothes. I don't walk around my house naked. I'm not just like, I'm off today. I'm gonna be butt naked all day. Like, it don't work like that. I mean, I put clothes on, you psychopath. What are you doing at home?
I tell you, the only reason I'm dressed right now is because I'm on camera.
As soon as this camera goes off, all this comes off. I feel constrained by these clothes.
I'm constricted in this.
I don't see. Hey, when I weed eat and stuff, I wear shorts. Do you wear pants?
I have to wear pants.
I wear shorts. I can't. It's too hot.
I know it's too hot, but whenever you get to weed eating, man.
Well, people tell me, they're like, you don't weed eating pants? I'm like, no. They're like, it throws stuff and hits you.
It hurts, like, yeah, dude.
I ain't a big baby.
Whatever. Have you ever had a rock sling? Don't.
Bro, I get hit. I just take it and keep going, dude.
Have you ever
been bleeding before?
Have you ever been hit in the eye?
You don't wear goggles?
I wear sunglasses, but sometimes I forgot to wear my sunglasses. I get hit in the eye.
I feel like you're out there weed eating like this. I don't wear goggles, but I got glasses on.
I'm just, hitting the yard raw. Just all right. Let's see what I can collect in these eyeballs today.
Hey, do you ever hit one, like if you're wearing your sunglasses and you cut when you're weed eating and there's like that one thick weed and you're like, oh, this is gonna be good, and I got and like you get like a running start on it.
Oh yeah.
Bah, bah, and you start like axing it.
You're like, yeah,
bah, bah, bah. Bah, 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 bah. I love it.
Yeah. When you get that weed down, you look over at Bob.
I like it when it's tall. You see it going
like a tree. It's
like a little tree.
Yeah, timber.
You get done, and you're like, woo. Oh, couldn't stand that 80 grade weed line right there.
So do you try to get it done as fast as possible or what?
Weed eating, yeah, it's speed.
You just run through the whole thing?
I've tried to. So my wife has really, last year picked up the yard work. She doesn't weed eat. But she weed eat. No, she does weed eat some. I got screamed at just then.
Yeah, I heard you. It's all right.
But she does.
I was hoping I was going to get a show there for a second. Hold on.
Oh,
hey, y'all go ahead and finish this up. I'm just going to sit here.
No, so she does weed eat, but the majority of the time I usually weed eat and she mows if we're both off. Now there was a lot of days this last year that she actually did both, and I was very thankful for that.
How less of a man did you feel?
Not at all. I felt just fine. What are you talking about?
Hey, you're sitting on the couch in the AC and she's just out there sweating.
I started doing what she does to me. What she used to do to me when I did both. Because when we first got married, I did both like for the first 2 or 3 years probably.
Uh-huh.
And the last 2 or 3 years she started mowing, and then she started weed eating last year. So when at the beginning of our marriage, she's not even in here right now. She heard me. No, so the first like 2 or 3 years of our marriage, every time I'd mow, I'd be standing there and like she'd pull in the driveway, and I'm you just gesture to her, right? You got no words. Look how good this.
You've been done for 2 hours. You've been standing in the driveway,
just waiting on her.
When she gets here, I'm going.
Like when you see the car, you pick the weed eater up real quick, like you're turning it on. And she gets out, and she'd always go, "Well, you gonna hit that tree over there? I think you missed." Like,
oh man, dude, my wife does that. I'll be like, "Hey, I'll gesture. I'll do the gesture." I'll be like,
"Yeah,
what do you think?" And she'd be like, "Well, what about that spot over there?"
Yeah,
like,
it's every time, dude.
Every time. Well, you missed that little spot over there. And I go, you know what?
What about the other 99.99% of the yard?
Yeah. Like I know somebody else like that.
That's frustrating. So this past year I came home. I'm like, well, you did half of it. I've done better.
I guess I'll finish it up, make it look good.
Good job. No, I'm just kidding. No, but so I tried to teach my wife last year that when you mow, you get as close as possible.
Oh yeah, to everything.
Because you was talking about you just try to get done as fast as possible.
Yeah.
And like the first time, like she mowed and I weed eated. I mean, there was probably 3 foot
that you had to weed eat.
Yeah, I thought I was going through like a ravine. With this weed eater, and I told her, I was like, hey, we're gonna get closer, and she does really good now.
Yeah,
but I mean, like I'm talking like
I'm
hitting stuff,
I'm hitting it.
I'm like boom 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 boom.
I'm like, good. I'd rather break this mower and have to weed eat that later.
And I realized because whenever we move, I realize that there will never be nothing in my yard.
What do you mean?
Because the more stuff you put in your yard, the more stuff you got to weed eat around.
Oh my gosh, we have a trampoline.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And every time you hit those legs, tick 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 tick. Yeah.
I just want to throw it in the trash.
You just see the string just stripping off the weed eater. That stuff costs money, you know. I try to get back up and feed it back in there. I'm just like,
there ain't nothing worse than restringing a weed eater.
No, I'm fine with it.
No, after you've been.
I feel like
no. I'm saying in the middle of weed eating.
Oh yeah.
You're in the middle of weed eating. You're like real close to being done.
Yeah, I quit.
You run out of line. You're like, yeah, you know what? I'm done. I'm not even going to restring it.
No, I feel like if you're in the middle of weed eating and you run out of string, because it don't happen often. It don't happen often, right? I mean, literally, like you probably string it 3 times a year, if that.
Yeah.
Twice a year. I mean, it's literally not that much. But I feel like when it does happen. That's the good Lord saying you just need to quit.
Hey, you're tired, bud. Go ahead, take you a rest.
Call it just for the day, not a rest. You're done.
No,
I mean,
that's
you're
what
done.
I mean.
Done.
Call it a day.
Oh yeah, go on in.
Yeah, my wife says so. That's what happened to the weed eater. I plead the 5th.
Yeah, I mean, I guarantee you, there's nothing wrong with your weed eater still though.
No, the head on it, I've wore the head down. It's barely got anything left on it.
What? How'd you do that?
I don't remember. It's old.
What?
That's just what I call it. It's old.
She's old and wore out.
Yeah, she's just old, son.
I feel like if you had a yard sale, you'd be like, she's a trusty thing. You know, she's made a long time, but she's pretty old.
Yeah.
She's pretty old.
I'm holding her, I'm holding the weed eater, got my arm around her.
Yeah.
She's a good gal. She's just old.
She's old.
Runs like a dream, just old.
She made it through the beginning parts of my marriage. She got me through some hard times, some big old weeds.
I love you, Murray.
I love you, Murray. I'll tell you, if I ever get another one, I'm gonna get me another Murray. You get those guys too.
Yeah,
you know, John Deere, Cub Cadet.
Everybody's got
Snapper.
Tell you what the best brand is. Nobody knows what the best brand is.
Now listen, it don't matter what kind of brands you get, as long as it's got a Kohler in it. If it's got a Kohler engine in it, it's gonna make it. All right. You don't need nothing with that little logo on the side. Don't mean nothing bad. If it's got a Kohler in it, you make sure you replace that with Kohler oil filters.
I don't even know what you're saying to me right now.
Kohler is a type of engine.
Okay.
I used to get that all the time when I worked in this garden area. They used to tell me that all the time. You need a Kohler engine. Is that running a Kohler or a Briggs and Stratton?
My papaw says use a Briggs and Stratton.
Yeah. Kohler or Briggs or Stratton. Briggs and Stratton, I think, is the majority of them these days.
If you could kill all of your grass, would you?
No. I guess it's worth it.
What?
Would you?
I don't know. I think about it all the time.
Can you imagine just pulling into a brown yard?
Here's our brown yard.
It'd be nice not ever having to do the yard work.
Yeah. What if I just stick carpet out there? Green carpet.
That's eventually going to get wore out.
Yeah, she's a good gal. She's
my green carpet.
It's just old. You won't buy my yard, it's real old.
When I was a kid, I used to think people were crazy like when they would sod something, you know?
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I should go buy square patches of grass. Just go without. You can't grow it.
Just go without it.
I think grass is just something that naturally grows. You know, when people go to seeding and stuff, I'm like, oh, she'll come up. Give her some time.
I tell you what, I I haven't even started mowing yet, and I'm already ready for the last mow.
Gosh, you stretch that last mow out.
Mm-hmm.
You start really, especially if we get another like a warm spike at the end of the year.
Yeah.
You're like, I think this will be the last one.
I think this is the last mow of the year.
So, real quick question: do you do any other kind of yard work other than mowing? Or are you just a mowing and weeding kind of guy? And
Just
that's
a
it?
mowing and a weed eating kind of guy.
Really?
Courtney likes to get out there and trim bushes and stuff. I just let them grow. I
See,
say,
Heather trims a lot of bushes, like a lot of bushes.
yeah,
So we got these things where you go like this, right?
yeah,
Oh, you just
like a giant pair of scissors.
You're good. Yep, huge pair of scissors. And she was using that, and well, we had this whole fence line behind our house that we had to clean off. And I told her, I was like, let me see. My stepdad's got one of them steel weed eaters with the interchangeable heads. Have you seen those?
Oh yeah, those are cool.
And he's got one with a chainsaw head on it.
Yeah,
I was like, let me go get this, and we'll use a chainsaw. We'll be able to go through this stuff real fast, right?
mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'm sitting here and like she's going, whoosh, right?
Yeah,
Like one stem at a time. And I'm sitting here going, like just sawing through stuff, dude. And she was like, well, this is a waste of time. Like this is.
Well, I'm no use here.
But that stuff costs money. I looked at buying one of them, and they're like $1,000 if you bought that and like a couple different heads that you're going to use.
That's too much. Lawn stuff. Do you do anything else besides mowing and weed eating?
So Heather trims a lot of bushes. We had last year we did not, but the year before that, we used to do a garden. Well, so, I said that, and you're like, oh gosh, that sounds awful. You not a garden guy?
Oh no.
You don't like growing your own veggies?
Yeah, I've never tried.
You don't like growing your own veggies?
You get some of your own maters in there.
Yes.
I feel like that's what people sound like who grow their own tomatoes. Get you some of them maters.
You've never tried growing a garden before?
No.
Why?
Because I don't have nowhere to. I mean, I tried to talk Courtney.
You got nowhere to go, dude. You don't have to have that big of. I mean, how big of a garden you want?
I don't know. I mean, how big of a garden do you need?
I mean, mine ain't that. Mine's probably like a 10 by 20, if that.
Explain 10 by 20 to me like I'm
10 feet by 20 feet.
Like I'm a
10
5-year-old.
feet, probably about 10 feet wide, 20 feet long.
Okay, explain it to me like I'm a 4-year-old.
If you walked 5 steps this way, then 10 steps that way.
Okay. No, like I'm a 3-year-old.
Walk in a circle and count to 30.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. That's the best I could do it. I don't know. I couldn't get any more dumb than that.
Yeah.
All right. So
you're gonna see me out there with a tape measure in the yard.
I think you need to have a garden this year.
I tried to talk Courtney into it last year.
So you're saying you would have done it, but your wife told you no?
Yeah, I would have done it. I want to try it. I was going to do like a couple plants, a couple veggies.
Like a couple, like literally just 2?
No, like a few, you know.
Okay, what did you want to grow?
I wanted to grow green beans and I wanted to grow tomatoes.
Golly, that's like the worst 2 vegetables you can do.
Is it? Why?
Because they're just nasty.
They're easy though.
I don't like tomatoes. Tomatoes are easy.
Well, I don't even eat them. I just wanted to grow them.
I'm surprised. Like you should do like some green peppers, bell peppers.
Ooh.
Yeah, those are good.
Are they easy to grow?
Those too. You'd use them on the griddle.
Yeah, on the griddle. Oh, it's griddle time, baby.
Yeah, I can already hear you right now. Hey, Court, I'm gonna turn on the griddle. I'm gonna go get some peppers out of the garden. Get started. Fresh from the vine.
Well, we grilled last week. It's that time again, son.
So you just, I can see you walking out there getting your maters and your green peppers and going and cutting them up right there on the grill and slapping them on and
just giving it a good grilling.
Hey, I want to bounce back to something real quick. I don't know if I'm the only weirdo. So after you mow your grass, do you like the smell of fresh cut grass?
It's the greatest smell ever.
Oh, dude.
But it's not. It has to be your grass.
I can when you're driving down the road
and you smell other people's
and you
grass.
smell it. I think it's fine. I like it too.
But it's after you get done with yours. You're like,
just.
There's nothing like the smell of gasoline and fresh cut grass.
Do you like the smell of gasoline?
Oh my God, I'd bathe in it.
I like the smell of it, but I don't know if I'd go that far.
When I was a kid, man, I would just smell the crap out of the gas cans in the
like
in
picture
the garage.
this as I can see Dalton like picture this as his cat.
Exactly.
As he's pouring it. Don't worry, our kid likes to huff the gas as it's going. It's going in.
Yeah, try to explain that to the neighbors. Yeah,
he's in there. Dalton's putting out Facebook posts. Hey, whenever y'all need some gas siphoned, you just holler at me. I'll come do it.
If y'all need me to pump your gas, pour your gas.
It turned in. We just called this weirdo over, and he's just been drinking our gas.
It's a good smell, man.
Gasoline and fresh cut grass. That should be a candle scent.
Yeah, sell that at Bath and Body Works.
Yeah. If I could. That reminds me of that body wash you bought that time.
Oh yeah.
Are you still using that stuff?
I sure am.
Can you imagine like Axe, if Axe put out like a
fresh cut and gasoline?
Gasoline and fresh cut grass. Just smelling like that all the time.
Spraying it all over your phone.
Yeah.
Always smelling like you. Everybody thinks you work hard if you smell like that. He always smells like he's been cutting grass. You just work in an office, you know?
You ever get wasp nest around your house?
I am terrified of like any of the little flying stinging insects.
Anything flying or stinging?
Stinging stuff, man.
Well, I wouldn't say people are like, I wouldn't say scared. I wouldn't say you're terrified, but you just don't want to get stung, right?
Yeah, but like if
nobody wants to get stung.
If I see one while I'm mowing, I am like, if I'm riding straight up like a mower, I'm like this the whole time. I'm like, oh. Hey, I've hopped off a mower, son.
With it going,
I've hopped off a mower. Wasps get too close to me.
You see that thing come at me?
I had a bumblebee get in my car one time when I was driving.
What'd you do?
Down in the floorboard. I pulled over on the side of the road and got out of the car.
You crazy,
I was terrified.
They're more scared of you than you are of them.
Yeah, well, you know what? They can hurt me quicker than I can hurt them.
I think you can kill them. I don't think they can kill you.
I feel like they can see me better than I can see them. I feel like, they can sting me once, but I'm going to swat at them 20 times before I actually hit them.
Yeah. I hate them. Like when you see them like on the corner of your house, I do a run weed eater real quick.
Oh yeah, because you feel like they feel like if they see you, they're gonna come for you.
I feel like if you're there for too long, they come after you.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing for yard work.
No.
That's one of the things that sucks with yard work is
because they're there. Another one that sucks is the snakes.
You're not a snake guy, are you?
No, I'm not. But I got something to fix that this year.
What'd you get?
I got a cat.
Okay.
I got an outside cat.
A cat?
Yeah, he's gonna take care of my problems for me.
I think we need some of them. I watched a video yesterday on a mongoose. You seen them things, dude?
Yeah.
How come we can't start breeding them around here?
Everybody have a little mongoose?
Yeah, everybody just have a little mongoose right now.
We would eradicate the snake population, wouldn't we?
You don't even have to people don't even have to have them. Just dump them somewhere and let them start multiplying.
Yeah, let them go out there like
we're out here releasing like black bear and deer. Let's release some mongoose.
Let's get some mongoose out in the wild.
Let's get some mongoose out
Let's see what they can do for us,
Yeah. Get them rattlesnakes and them copperheads around. Not for long. I mean,
Yeah. Hey, they don't play, man.
They really don't. Have you seen videos of them?
I have.
They're wicked fast, bro.
Fearless.
Yeah. I watched like a 10-minute video yesterday on one. because that's what YouTube recommended. Yeah, well, you know how YouTube recommendations are.
Not that for me.
Hey, watch this guy change a toilet seat cover. You're like, all right.
I guess so.
I'm just kidding.
And then you're 42 minutes deep into this guy's video about how to change a toilet seat cover because he's explained to you. Like it. He explains to you the different materials, and now this one's made of porcelain. This
one's wood. You're fancy if you're using the wood. Yeah, hey, insects are awful.
I have a question.
What?
Which one is worse in a public restroom? A cold toilet seat or a warm toilet seat?
Warm, hands down.
I mean, that's fresh cheeks on it, right?
Dude, it feels like when you sit on a warm toilet seat in a public area, I feel like I'm sitting on the other person's butt. I feel like we just touched butt to butt, as if we just...
Like y'all just took bare butts, and just said, here, let's just touch these things together, see what happens.
Yeah, that's exactly what it feels like when it's warm. I want it ice cold.
Well, that scares me. If
it's cold?
Yeah, I got to ease into it. You know, I like sit down real slow.
Whoa! You know,
I don't go full butt.
I'm a big guy. When I start going down, I'm down. Yeah. There ain't no half coming.
I ease into it. You know, I don't go full cheek. You know, I gotta. It's like filling out. It's like filling out a swimming pool. You know what I mean? Where you gotta like inch your way into it because it's kind of cold.
Buddy, I'm so big. I just look back once and go, and then wherever I land, I land. That's where it's at. I get a good turnaround. I go, here we go. I think
I got it lined up.
In my bathroom, I got little foot spots that when I know if I put my feet there, I land just right. Here we go.
I sit on the toilet seat and I fall in, son.
You're a little dude.
Yeah.
You probably, if you're sitting there and someone flush, you'd probably like have trouble getting up.
Well, I got to hold. There's a rope that I have that hangs on from the ceiling. I hold on to it just in case, you know. I won't fall in.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Toilets. Oh, that came out of nowhere. Toilets.
What's up with that?
What's up with that? Have you ever... I got to tell a story real quick. We talk about hotels a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to tell this story.
He looks over at Heather.
Yeah.
I would love to see her face right now. She's probably going...
Don't tell the story.
Do not do it.
So hotel toilets are like strong. Like when you flush, like they are sucking your soul.
Oh yeah. Don't stare into it. Yeah, don't stare at the water when you flush it.
Yeah, like it may take you with it, seriously.
Like a Dementor. It's here.
Dude, hey, have you ever noticed there's something that is not in hotel bathrooms? Do you know what it is? I never thought of it until I needed one.
A plunger.
Plunger.
That was a good guess. Oh, did I really get it?
That's it. There's no plungers in hotel bathrooms.
Oh, that was
in your hotel rooms.
Okay.
And I guess when they just install the toilet, they're like, this toilet is so strong.
It's never going to
No one is going to lay down a turd the size needed to clog this thing up. Buddy, I did it. All right, I'm just going to let you know. And I had to call the desk. I had to be like, hey, I'm up here in room 119. And the toilet stopped up. And I was like, and there's no plunger in here. I just thought like they left the plunger out, right? Like every hotel room I go into now, that's the first thing I look at. They got a plunger in here? Nope. Okay. Nope. All right. And I have come, if they don't have one, I'm going to have to buy a traveling plunger. Because I am like the king of stopping up the toilets, dude.
You have a trial size plunger, you know,
that I can carry with me.
Trial and travel.
I want like a telescoping one. Where you keep like in a case. I mean, just like straight up. That's what I need. But listen, I had to go. This is embarrassing. I had to call the desk. And first of all, I had to tell them. And the lady's like, yeah. And she's making fun of me, right? And I'm like, all right, so what do I do? She's like, well, we have a plunger down here at the desk. And I'm like, what? So I had to get
at the desk.
I get in the elevator, go down, get this. I mean, the place is crowded. It's a hotel. There's people there.
Checking in, checking
out.
And
they hand me a plunger, like in a bucket, in like a Walmart bag. And like, it is old, dude. And I'm like,
how many poops has that thing touched?
So then I have to walk back through the hotel with a plunger.
Everyone's having breakfast.
Yeah, everybody's looking at me. I'm like, sorry. There's a scent, it's lingering. It's coming from the bag. And I was like, this is crazy. So I had to go back up there and I plunged the toilet, right?
Yeah.
And then you go back through the hotel again because you can't keep it. Just make sure you bring it back. That's what she told me. Just make sure, because I want to keep it. This is something I want. Like,
oh, thank you. You're lucky you said that because this plunger was going home with me.
This thing was mine forever. So listen, I was like, that'll never happen again. What's the chances you clog up
a hotel bathroom?
A hotel bathroom. So we took a trip to Disney World last year, about a year ago. You remember?
Yeah.
We're in this suite. I stopped the toilet up. You got to call the front desk again.
You got a problem.
I got a gift, dude. I got a gift.
I wouldn't call that a gift.
Listen.
You need to go get that checked out.
I call the front desk. And they have to send out a technician to plumb the toilet. Like, you still go get the plunger. So this guy shows up. And he's just holding a plunger. We're like, it's in here. He can't plunge it.
Oh.
He can't. It doesn't. He has to go back and get one of those.
An auger.
He leaves and comes back, and I'm just laying on the bed.
Yeah. Big old monstrous poop hanging out of the toilet. He was like, I hope they get it fixed soon.
You hear him plunging?
I'm ready to go to Splash Mountain.
Listen, I'm laying on the couch watching TV, and you hear this guy just like going at it with this plunger. Also, all of a sudden it stops.
How long?
Listen, he goes, dang. Woo! Like, he is sweating, son.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, man.
You put this man to work.
This dude is wore out. He ain't never worked this hard. You know, he was sitting in a group of guys of like 3 or 4 guys, and the call came across. They said they had toilet needs plunged over here, and he's like, "I got it.
Yeah,
this is an easy one."
They're down there playing solitaire. They've been looking for something to do. He's like, I'll go get this one real quick, fellas. Hey, save my spot."
And he comes back, and they're like, "That took a while." He's like, "I ain't done. I gotta get to auger." He came back and augered the toilet, dude.
Oh my god!
I told him, I was like, I think so. You start making up excuses, you know.
Yeah,
I think something's wrong with the toilet. I think it ain't flushing right. That guy's like, and he goes, whoosh. He's like, no, it's working. It seems to be working just fine. I was like, it didn't flush right that one time though. I don't. Something weird.
Oh my gosh, dude. That's funny. I feel sorry for that guy.
Has anybody? I want to know if there's anybody else out there that's had to get a hotel toilet augered.
Hey, do you take the hotel goodies?
Like the soap and stuff?
Yeah, or do you leave it?
No, you leave all that.
No.
You take it?
Yeah, I'll leave it too. I don't really need that stuff.
Dude, the soap is, I mean, it's about as thin as the card.
I take the toilet paper.
I mean, like you get.
Hey, look.
You use the soap once and it's gone.
We went to Pigeon Forge one time.
Dude, hotel toilet paper is like sandpaper, dude. I take
but it's
paper
free.
with me.
It's free.
I take toilet paper with me.
Yeah, I paid. The way that I look at it is I paid for it. Hey, this is mine. I paid for it. Every
time I go in a hotel bathroom, I'm like, well, I see they're using that half ply still. That's nice.
You can see through it.
If you can take your toilet paper and lay it down and read the newspaper still, like there's an issue. If you can put it over your eyes and live life just fine, that's not very good toilet paper. I want that opaque. I want to be not be.
I want it to be double cheeseburger thick, you know?
Yeah. Like, dear Lord, man.
We stole a drain stopper from a hotel one time.
Why?
We needed one. Why?
So you took it?
So I took it. Yeah. So what?
We need one of these.
I said, well, when we saw it, we're like, hey, I'm not even kidding. We were excited when we saw it. I was like, hey, we've been looking for one of these.
Hey, I guarantee you they get more stuff left there than taken.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I forget stuff.
When I was a kid, I used to walk into hotels and look underneath the beds and in the drawers and stuff to see if anybody forgot anything.
Did you ever find anything?
No, but you know, there's always
they clean house on it.
There's always a chance.
I got like my grandparents. Every time we went somewhere with them, we'd have food. They would say, well, "We'll leave it for them." The people that clean the room. I'm like, what? Are they gonna not buy food or something? Like, it never made sense.
We'll leave.
Like,
it
we'd
for
have
them.
a cake. The cake would be like a quarter, like only one slice of it left. They'd be like, well, don't throw it away. Let's leave it for them. I'm like, what? They're not gonna eat it. Like, what is the deal? They're like, it's just good hotel room etiquette. I'm like, no, it's weird. It's
when they come in to clean your room, they like to have a little piece of cake.
Well, there's a couple apples in here. Leave them in here for them. They'll eat them.
Yeah.
We're laying our cards down so they know we checked out. They'll take the rest of that stuff. I'm like, no, you just don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
It's messed up. And then all I can think about is there's like some hotel cleaner people out there.
That ain't.
Like,
No. Oh. This is our best haul yet.
Big old cake. Yes.
Corn. You just leave a side of corn from Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah. If you take anything, you take like the free pen or the notepad.
Yeah.
Those can come in handy.
Yeah. It's coming up on some big things coming up, man.
What? It's coming up on some big things coming up.
It's coming up on some big things coming up.
Like what? You want to inform me a little bit?
I mean, we're going into yard work season. We're going into summertime where you can get outside and do stuff. I mean, it's just about to be a good time where I don't want to be a part of it. Everybody else is going to have a good time.
You know, yard work is awful.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. And you start to take a vacation, you want to go to a hotel to get away from yard work, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure.
Then you come back and you got to do yard work.
Yeah, it's real bad then. You ever let that stuff pile up, dude?
What?
It's never.
The yard?
You let the yard pile up. It's hard to come back from that.
Yeah.
You got to mow like twice in 1 week.
You got to mow twice in one day. You ever had to mow twice?
Yeah, one level and then bump it down a level.
Yeah, that's a bad day, son.
That's a bad day. You make it sound like you went to prison or something. Bad day.
Bad day, you got to mow twice.
One of the worst things I've ever happened to me is having to mow twice.
I have to mow twice sometimes whenever I have to spread it out. You know, the clippings.
Yeah.
You got to spread out the clippings, so you got to mow
When me and my wife first got married, the first time I ever mowed, I got done and she was like, you done? I was like, yeah. And she goes, are you going to go rake the grass? I went, nope. Why would I do that? She was like,
you're like,
nope. But, and this is like, this is first.
Yeah.
Like, we got married in August. I mean,
you're like, hey,
a week after marriage, we're mowing.
Hey, that looks good. You going to go rake it? And you're like,
no. Like, you've got to do this. You're still learning each other, kind of.
Yeah, like, so you're like gauging. You're like, you don't want to come off as rude.
You don't want to rude. Like, no, like
because that's us.
You can't do that yet. Yeah, for real. Yeah.
That's like, you get out there and do
it. Yeah, you can do it. Yeah, that's exactly. If you want it done, you know where the rake's at. No, but so I was like, I just got, just a weird look like, no, well, I didn't plan on it. Why? Well, you need to rake it. And then, well, how can I word this? You'll have to rake it if you want it raked. I'm not going to do it.
That's a lot of work.
I can't. Hey, and she raked it and then she quit. I'm like, if you mow your yard consistently, you don't have to rake it.
No. I probably get one in once a week.
I try. And once a week is the way to do it.
I'm 2 mows behind already, and the season just started. There's a lot of work.
I would say one. I would say one mow.
I'm 2 mows behind.
But mine, when it starts growing,
they don't let up, does
it? I mow mine real low, too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm giving that thing a burr cut. So.
You're hoping that you can get another week out of it.
Coming out the dispatch area, whatever you call that, is not only grass but dirt. Like
there's dust.
Where's Robert? I think he's right over there. Yeah, don't rake your grass, people. That's a waste of time. If you mow it consistently, you ain't got to do it.
So what are you doing for your vacation?
Nothing. Staying at home. I got to do some yard work, but I don't think it's going to be a pretty week. I think it's supposed to. Gosh, Heather was telling me one day it's maybe like snowing. It was going to get cold again.
What?
I don't know. What day? No snow. She canceled it. She changed her mind.
Okay.
But rain. I do think it's supposed to cool down a little bit.
Weather Lady Heather.
Weather Lady Heather.
I said, Heather. Yes. What's the weather today?
You know how awful it would be, to be married to someone named Google? I guess that would suck.
What?
I was gonna go for Alexa, then I was like, well, that's too realistic. Let's go with Google.
Yeah, no one would do that.
Name your kid Google?
Yeah, no one would do that.
Hey, Google Devaney, come here. Google. Hey, whoa, cancel Google. Stop.
That's why I didn't say the A word, because I didn't want her to do anything.
Stop.
What did she do?
Hey, Google, stop. Stop. I'm getting attacked. Oh. She might call 911. I said I'm getting attacked. I don't know.
Calling 911.
No.
Cannot override.
That's awful.
Smart home stuff.
Yeah. Gosh, you can't crack jokes about it now.
No, I don't even say their names unless I need them.
Their name.
Yeah. See?
I don't say their name.
She's right beside me.
She can hear me.
I don't want to say her name.
Oh, man. That's too funny. Too funny, dude.
So nothing planned?
Nothing planned. Just chilling. I think me and you are going to go. Are we still going to go shopping one day?
Yeah.
We're going to go shopping.
Boys Day.
Boy Day.
Woo.
We're going to go hit the shops.
Yeah.
And go to the barrel.
Yeah. I think we need to go to a Golden Corral.
I think we...
We haven't done that together yet.
Let's do it.
We'll be near one, won't we?
Let's go to Golden Corral and eat. Oh, no. You know where we need to go? Fazoli's. We're going to Fazoli's.
We're going to do it.
We're doing guy shopping.
Yes.
Don't worry, guys. We'll post lots of pictures. It'll be on social media. You can hit us up there.
This is the Thing Podcast Instagram. It'll be there.
You might be able to catch us on some TikToks. We'll make some TikToks while we're out in the public. As long as we're not getting bombarded for autographs and stuff.
Yeah, I'm getting sick of that. If you guys could just chill with the autographs.
Yeah. I mean, for real, people.
I mean,
I know when you see us.
I'm just trying to live life.
Yeah. Treat me like I'm normal.
Yeah, just when you see me, just be like, hey, there's just a normal guy trying to eat a breadstick at Fazoli's.
I work a normal job because I want to be normal.
I don't have to work that job.
I know, and I don't tell y'all to give money, but if you feel like you should, you can. But
I mean,
we get so much already.
We're doing fine. The podcast is doing fine, guys.
It's really revamped right now, and just I don't know what I'm trying to say. I lost English.
Hey, hey, real quick. Some people were asking where to buy the merch, and they're now asking they want it.
Who? Oh, like the keychains?
Yeah, they want them.
Okay, I can do that.
So
the research guy can do that. Oh, you got to read that one review we got.
I know we got a new review,
guys.
That's
what you're doing? We got a new review,
and then we'll wrap it up with This Is the Thing. So
yes.
So we got a new review. Subject line, bruh.
Just bruh.
Hearing Robert say spitting bars was one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life. It's great to listen to on the way home since Dalton does most of the behind-scenes stuff. Robert should do the research. You've been given a job.
I'm not going to say I like it, but, it is what it is.
It's the least you can do.
I got to give people what they want.
You're now the research guy.
Which I have to do the research next week anyway.
Yeah, it's your turn.
It's my turn. If anybody want a sneak peek, Fact or Fiction next week.
Yeah, we'll be doing another Fact or Fiction next week.
We had fun with it. We learned a lot.
We did.
Yeah.
We learned that the Pringles guy was buried inside of a Pringles can. That's all I remember.
That's all I remember too.
Robert, take us home with This Is the Thing.
All right, This Is the Thing. Yard work sucks. Wait, this is the thing. Mowing's fine. Weed eating sucks.
Yeah.
Really bad. This is the thing. Make weed eaters for tall people.
Give them a long shaft.
A longer shaft. That's what we got. Tall is just like. You're sitting there like, oh,
like a little child.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So this is the thing. Us guys, we look for the rain. When it's yard season, we're like, well, there may be one there. We try to get out of it if we can.
Yeah, this is the thing. We're sorry to all the guys out there that we gave up the secret of what we do to get out of yard work. It was bound to come out, guys. They were going to find out anyway.
Exactly. This is the thing. Does anybody stop up toilets as good as me? Or is it just me? That's more of a question.
This is the thing. Cold toilet seats are better to sit on than warm toilet seats.
Fact.
You don't want to go butt to butt with somebody.
That's it, because that's exactly.
And you don't
what
know.
It feels
you
like.
don't know who you're going butt to butt with.
Yeah. It's.
Does it change it?
We don't know.
If you knew who you were going butt to butt with, would it change it? Your feeling on the warm toilet seat.
I don't want people like. I mean, I could look at my family and be like, yeah, like, what? Oh, yeah, I don't.
Would you go butt to butt with me on a toilet seat?
No.
If you saw me walking out of the stall and you needed to go in the stall, would you wait or would you go?
No.
No.
I would wait. I'd leave.
Oh, you'd leave?
Yeah, I'd come back at a later time. Undisclosed time.
When it cooled off.
Yeah.
Call me when the seat cools off.
I've been willing to take ice in there before and like ice it down. Get this thing nice and cold. And they ain't got no cleaners in there. All they got is those little pieces of paper. Works.
This is the thing, guys. When you get done using the bathroom, wipe the seat off. I mean, be freaking courteous. I'm tired of wiping y'all's pee off the seat.
This is the thing. Hotels put plungers in your bathrooms. They're not that expensive. Yeah. And second thing is get some more than half ply toilet paper to keep in there. Like, dear Lord, I mean,
yeah,
you can read through it, see through it. You can do everything.
Yeah,
it's awful. Step up your game, hotels, on that. You got good hot water heaters, but you ain't got good toilet paper or plungers.
Do better. This is the thing. Robert is now the research guy.
I'm now the research guy, apparently. It's the life I got to live.
Well, ever since we fired Steve, I had to take over his roles. So,
and that's not a lot.
Steve was doing a lot. Just because we left on bad terms. Hold on. Just because we left Steve on bad terms doesn't mean that Steve wasn't good at his job.
Steve was great at his job.
Okay. That's all I'm going to say.
Miss you, Steve, if you're out there listening.
Come back, Steve.
For free.
For free.
Oh, you got any This Is the Things?
No.
No.
Nope.
Kill it on a dud
Well,
now.
this is the thing. It's about time. Y'all better get out in your yards before you get too far behind.
That time of year.
Yeah.
When you're mowing, this is like when you're mowing, wave at your neighbors.
Yeah.
Every time you
Every laugh.
act like it's the first time you waved at them. Every single time.
Hey, how you doing? No head nod.
Hey, buddy.
Not a head nod. A full blown. Hey, how's it going?
And then go give them a rundown of your yard.
This is
I gotta get up there on the west side a little bit and then cut that down a little bit more. I've mowed it on a 4, but I think I'm gonna have to go back and get it on a 3. It ain't looking too good.
This is the thing, wives. When your husband does the gesture or your boyfriend does the gesture at the finished product of the yard, say good job. It looks great.
Good job. That's the best I've ever seen. That's all you got.
That's all you got to say, because then guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna be like, yeah, well, I did miss a little spot over there.
Yeah, we're gonna call out our own flaws because we've been standing there looking at it for 2 hours waiting for you to get home.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there going, man, you think she'll see that?
You think she'll see it?
I'm just real tired. I don't think I want to do it.
I don't feel like restringing a weed eater.
Yeah, that was the good Lord telling me to quit, so I might as well just leave it.
All right, guys.
Oh.
Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out another week on This Is the Thing. I am Dalton Bradford, and this is Robert Devaney. You can always listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Amazon Podcast, or wherever you get your podcasts from. If you want to see Robert's dumb-looking face, you can see that on YouTube on Mondays as well. We hope you guys have such a great week, and we will see you next Monday. Bye-bye!